All right, settling in. Give me one moment, please, and welcome to the stream. Hello and welcome to the new monthly event. Yay! Yay! We've been waiting for a while. Oh, it's been a long wait, huh? Been a long wait. But it is here and we are ready. First is first, though, I want to talk about the rifts that are here, as we got this email a couple days ago, but I'm going to go over it today. So, Atlantean Coral, we went over that. There's going to be two kinds. There's going to be a stable and an unstable. That was the first email we got. Now I want to show you the second one that we got in, and it is to the reward details. So they've arrived in the contest, landing Coral by completing and mastering the monthly on normal or epic, achieving rank milestones, Fantastic Four champion use. Which, there's quite a few of those. It's not just Thing or Human Torch or soon to be Invisible Woman, because it's going to be anybody who has delved or dived into the realm of the Fantastic Four at all in the comics. And we'll go over those here in a minute, but let's. And there's a special login calendar that is also giving you the Coral right now through the week. You can use Landing Coral to dive deep into Atlantis, collect rewards. The following will be as comprehensive list as the Prime game. For all details, skip this message by tapping the link and going to the forums. So I am not going to go to the forums right now. I'm just going to go through the mail that we got in game mail. There are 4 tiers to the rifts. Each tier has increasingly more rewards. Tier 1 includes premiums. Tier 2 is basics fragments. Whereas a tier 4 includes 6-star shards or tier 5 basic catalyst fragments. Each tier of Rift has 2 different versions. There's a stable and an unstable. The stable has closer percentages and more predictable rewards, while the unstable is more risky with a lower base but a greater potential prize on the end. For example, you could enter and complete a Tier 4 Stable Rift and potentially get between 500 and 1,000 6-star hero shards, or enter the riskier and get between 250 to 2,000 6-star hero shards. So that's like the difference between the two tiers, basically. So it's a you pick. You pick what's going to be best for what you think you're going to get. It's all about RNG, so like everything else, it's about the RNG. After you spend your landing coral to open Rift, you'll have to enter a random portal, transport to a mystery path. There you can collect the reward, defeating enemies on your way out. When you open the landing Rift, you only have 1 hour to complete it and get your reward. So make sure you can complete the Rift if you open it. If you quit around out of time, all your rewards will be lost forever. Standard. If you're having trouble completing higher tier rifts, like Atlantean crystals will be arriving in Kaza starting on June 19th and running through July 10th. For the same cost of an Atlantean coral as entering an Atlantean rift, you can choose to open an Atlantean crystal or to get guaranteed rewards. The rewards in both the stable and unstable will always be greater than the crystals that you get. What's up, Shadow? How you doing, man? Just going over some before I start in on the new monthly, sir. So there's the rewards. Rewards for the rifts. Stable 1. Tier 1, Stable 1. Tier 1, Stable. Guarantees 5,000 Tier 2 Coral, plus one of the following between 1,000 or 500 and 1,000 premium hero crystal shards, and between 325 and 520 tier 2 basic or class cat fragments, or 2 times T4 class ISO 8. On the unstable side, you can get 5,000 tier 2 also, plus 250 to 2,000 premium hero crystal shards, 260 tier 2 basics or class cat fragments, and 1 tier 2 or class cat or 4 tier 4 ISO 8. That's tier 1. So tier 2, it steps up to, it's like 3-star shards. Tier 3 steps up to 5-star shards and 4-star shards. And looks to be about the same numbers between the two. And then tier 4 is 6-star and 5-star shards. Plus, oh, this is nice. On the stable of the tier 4, the big one, you can get a tier 5 class catalyst fragments, or 18,000 tier 2 alpha fragments, and or 2 5-star plus 5 signature stones. So as you complete a rift, you're going to get the start for the next tier rift. So once you complete a lower tier rift, you'll get most of what you need for the next one, and then you'll have to do the monthly event to gather the rest of what you need, whether it be normal, heroic, master, epic, or uncollected. And I'll go over that in just a minute, Shadow. But good question. But the really cool one is the Unstable Atlantean Rift for tier 4. Yes, I believe it's a step process. You'll have to complete the low ones to unlock the higher ones, because that's the way you're going to get your coral. There may be another way, but I'll have to look in a minute to see if maybe there's a way to get it outside of the calendar, login calendar, and or something else. But that's how they've always done the rifts, right? You have to do the just progress your way up through them. Except when you do like the heroic, master, or epic uncollected, those should give you enough to open a rift for that class. One of the really cool ones though is this unstable tier 4. You get a 5-star, you can have a chance to get a 5-star class awakening gem. That is superb, because that's something that is very hard to get right now. Plus you get tier 5 basic catalyst fragments, tier 2 alpha catalyst fully formed, or the 5-star plus 5 signature stones. And as it states right below, those who have reached uncollected by completing Act 5, 10,000 times the first 3 tiers of Atlantean coral can be directly exchanged for 5,000 Atlantean coral of the next tier. So there's part of your answer. You get 10,000 of the lower tier, you can exchange them for 5,000 of the next tier up through the featured tab in the store. If you choose to do this direct exchange, keep in mind you will only receive the Atlantean coral, so you will not get any of the extras that come along for the paths along the way. Let's see what it looks like in there. Featured. There it is right there. So it's telling you can get 5,000 tier 2, 10,000. It's just a step up. My first 5-star champion was I had to look at it. It was not a good one. Oh, you want 6-star. Oh, you want 5-star. My first 5-star. I'm trying to remember. It was either Colossus. I think it might have been Colossus, and that was followed by G-Hulk. I got a G-Hulk. Because that's about the time that I came to that level. I was starting to do the featured crystals, and I got uncollected and all that good stuff. So G-Hulk would have been my second, but my first one was, I believe, Colossus. And then I had a rash of terrible ones like Jane Foster, Iron Patriot, and it was just a slew. That I went through before I got to my, or not G-Hulk, sorry. This is 5-star. I was talking about 6-star. I know that the Colossus was my first 5-star. Hood, maybe? If it wasn't Hood, it was... Golly. It's been such a long time. It's a great question, though. I didn't have any of the, like, really cool guys until a lot later on. It might have been Iron Patriot or Venpool. It could have been Venpool too. Could have been Venpool. But I'm pretty sure my very first one was Colossus. Now moving over to the events, so we have the Atlantean Rifts as you saw, and they gave you enough to get you started. Ooh. Joker's first was Kingpin. That's a rough one to start with. And he deserves better, man. He's a good guy. I like Joker a lot. Let's look and see what the rewards are for these, because I think this is where you're gonna get your coral. And it should be listed somewhere in here. Yeah, so you're getting this coral as you go along. As you complete like normal, heroic, should give you the next tier up. Master should give you the next tier up. And then uncollected should give you the final tier up. So that's how you just step it up, right? So you're gonna get it a couple of ways, right? You can do the monthly event to get coral. You get the login calendar, which gives you some basics, and then when you complete these, I don't want to open one, but when you complete these, they give you also the next tier up, half of the next tier up that you need. So, and again, you pick unstable or stable. Personally, I will probably go with the unstable because the rewards I don't need except for the ones that are giving me the big props and the unstable. So that's probably what I'll end up doing. Personally, anyway. But if you need some of those other stuff, absolutely go through stable and make sure you get the bigger bases. Sorry. So we're gonna do uncollected. We're gonna do our typical run through. We are certainly gonna change this team out, though, I think. Actually, maybe not. Let's see. Blade, Ghost Rider, those are the two. Void is a great one. Hype's a good one. And Archangel. Yeah, I think we're gonna stick with that, actually. Yeah, I think we're gonna stick with this. From what I've been seeing and hearing, now I have not played and I haven't watched any gameplay. I've just seen chats come here and there. I don't use Spidey in most of the monthlies, and that's because I would prefer to have the slot for Archangel and Void, and then and Hype, because that way I'm more rounded for things that I want to do, things that I need to be getting. Looks like, what's our path? I always try to do the straight path first so I don't run across any links, but it looks like they're all linked this time. No. So I come down, through, down. Okay, I got my path. Here we go. We're going to start this off. These first fights should be fairly easy. I shouldn't have. I always say that and then I have problems, but I shouldn't have problems. Let's get it underway. By all means, ask any questions that you want, any tips. So typically on these first paths, I'm just gonna do parry happy with Archangel. If they can bleed and be poisoned, it's just a way quicker way to do it. Way quicker way to do it. Helps that I had skill, I had class advantage too. So I really want my Stark Spidey to be duped, and I want him to be ranked all the way up, obviously. However, as far as the Holy Trinity, there's not a whole lot that I'm going to use them for. Like when I do LOL runs and stuff, I'll probably use them. Because I want the extra danger sense for Blade or similar. Just let him die. So again, Archangel. Easy kills. Get him over. This was my path this time. Straight through to Hulk. So Hulk can't be poisoned, obviously. So in this case, I'll use Blade. Because he's also a villain. So I have class advantage. And I got danger sense. And that's what makes it easy. Like I said, the first few paths, they shouldn't be any problem at all. Asking, am I a whaler? I have been known to whale. Especially if I really want somebody. No, it's all good, man. Yeah, I absolutely will if I absolutely really want somebody, but I am not like a crystal opening whale or some of the others that just do it to get clicks or views. I do it because I really want the champion and I want to use them for something. For instance, Ebony Maw, I didn't want him. I'm in the content creator program, so I get like an early peek at some of these guys. And I knew that Ebony Maw was just not great. Labyrinth of Legends still has some of the best rewards in the game. After you do your initial run, you start working up your paths. I have not even done all of my paths yet. I need to, but I haven't. Time is an issue sometimes. But no, really to answer your question, Star is, and hi by the way, I absolutely will whale when I really want somebody. I tried my darndest to get Cole Obsidian. I never got him up above the 4-star, and that I wailed out on that guy. Way more than I wanted to or should have. But I got him as a 4-star. I watched all these other people open up their 3 and 5-star, or their 5 and 6 stars, and even duping them on occasion. I was like, rotten bastards. It does not give you a 6-star champ, however, it gives you enough for 2 5-stars and a generic awakening gem, so you can you can awaken any of your 5 stars that you have, which is key in a lot of things. It also gives you OG Ultron, so it's the only way you can get OG Ultron is by completing Labyrinth of Legends 100%. I've almost got Variant 2 completed. Kind of happy about that. I did the first 2 chapters 100%, and I have one of the 3rd chapter 100%, but I still have to do the other 2. I'm hoping to get that done very shortly because I want the another 5-star rank up. You never heard of OG Ultra? You've seen him, I'm sure. Slight pause for you as we'll show you what OG Ultron looks like. Ultron on the end right there. That is OG Ultron. You can eat, he's only available as a 5-star, and you only get him for 100% Labyrinth Legends. Yeah. He's better than regular Ultron, right? He's better than, because he does a couple extra stuff. He does more evade, and doesn't he poison also? Also, the only way to awaken him is to use a gem on him, so keep that in mind. Yeah, he does the, I want him. I just haven't had the time to do Labyrinth Legends. It's not that it's hard, it's just very time consuming, and I've had a bunch of other stuff that I've had going on forever. So my time on doing those has been fairly limited, and I'm regretful because I really want him. Oh yeah, he's got the, well, they all have the heals, but I think I like the fact that you can double heal on them, and then if you end under 25%, you get a double heal again next fight, which I think is awesome. Plus, he's double immune, man. Poison and bleed. So I can't believe they chose the Iron Patriot as a hidden boss suit. Yeah, any region champ is really good for Alliance Wars or Alliance Quests. My Alliance War team, because of the path that I'm on, is almost always Blade, Ghost Rider, and Void. Those are the three that I take in because of the path that I'm on. Goldpool, he doesn't need to be awakened, and his awakening is very situational. So I would say only if you were going to run out on a gem would you want to really awaken him. Or if you dupe him through a gold crystal. That's what I did. I duped mine through getting 2 of the gold pools of the gold. Actually, I got gold pool, I spun one, and I got him again. So it was like almost back to back. That was one of the times that I had. It's like, wow. Yes. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Save that awakening. Hey, what's up, Damien? How you doing, man? Hey, thanks very much for the follow, man. I appreciate it very much. His abilities heal him. His awakening ability doesn't heal him, except in a situational case. I think I'll show you. I'll show you. I keep getting sidetracked from doing completing this, but that's all good, man. I appreciate the conversation. So Goldpool, his awakened ability looks like this. So double regen, double fun. When he's brought below 35% max health, once per fight, he gains the regen, again recovering 2347 health over 8 seconds. If a skill champion suspends or suppresses that ability, he reaches into the script code, tries once more to activate it after 2 seconds. So that's how that works. Thank you very much, Star. I appreciate it as well. I don't know yet. I mean, I've heard a lot of stuff. I've heard a lot of people talk about how to beat him. I have not watched any videos, and I have not asked any questions. I'm just in chats that I happen to see it come by. I purposely do that because I really would rather not spoil it for myself. I also, that's why I'm so late on getting like this out, because I purposely wait. Yeah, I know. I've been waiting for a lot of them. I've been waiting for the Fantastic Four also, so I'm really glad they brought those guys in. Ooh, there's my straight path right there. Good old Joe Fix-It. I do have a Venpool, yes. Are you looking for something specific with Venpool? Or just want to see him? I'll pull him up for you if you'd like, man. I actually, in some capacity, have every character except, obviously, Namor and Invisible Girl, because they're not released. Or Thanos or OG Ultron. Those are the only 4 I don't have. Everybody else I have in some way. Pardon my cough. Let's see, Hulkbuster. He could bleed me poison. Yeah, I'll pull them up for me. And I agree, Star. We have a lot of Spideys. Not happy to see, unless they're going to do something completely different with them, and I really doubt that they do. I agree that we have an overload of Spideys. What I'd really like to see them do is instead of bringing us another Spidey, they should allow us to change Stark Spidey. Like, put that into the game. Let us be able to change their outfit or change their whatever, so they can be part of the, whatever MCU movie they're coming from, because there's going to be more of them. I don't know, just a thought. Something that I will pass on to the... I'd also like to see some amalgamations come in. I think I mentioned that before, too. I want to see... I want to see something like Frostwood, where Emma Frost and Wolverine get amalgamated, or Iron Hammer with Thor and Iron Man crossed. I've been pulling my favorite characters on my free play account. 4-star Psylocke. Yeah, spam SP1, man. Power lock, power drain. Get yourself power. You wanted to see Venpool, though. Let me show you Venpool. Where is it? There we go. Here's your Venpool. Well, Mysterio is actually, technically, not a sorcerer of magic. He is a special effects operator that makes everything look like sorcery. So I wonder how they're going to play that off in the contest. I think it'd be cool, though. So anyway, yeah, so Venpool, he actually has a pretty good regen also. And that's what he gets from his Awakened ability, I think. Correct. Mysterio is a guy who did special effects from the comics. And yes, Sentinel is on my list at some point to rank up. So that special attack 1 is where he gets the regen. He steals a buff and triggers Deadpool's healing factor on himself. And that can be spammed over also. So you can get yourself back up to full health if you need to. But that is Vinpool right there. I wanted to make sure I pointed out the regen part because a lot of people don't know or use that very often, and I think it's a really good thing that he does. All right, we'll just use Blade for this. I certainly know of much worse, although there's just other champions that do things better than him. So that's why a lot of these champions, they do really great stuff, but they all have somebody that does it a little better, or maybe that plus another thing, and so they get overshadowed a lot. I want to see Carnage got a buff, and if you play him to his buffed abilities, he's really good. He does a lot of bleed damage. Star, hold on to that question for just a second. What I would like to see is the Carnage and Green Goblin cross, because that has happened in the comics where Green Goblin took the Carnage symbiote. I think that would be pretty flippin' amazing villain. Now, Star, to answer your question, yes, I can tell you that they are working on a part 2 of ALOL, and they are also working on the next iteration after 6.2, where it's going to get a little more challenging. I'm in the content creator program, so I actually talked to the devs about stuff that's coming up. I'm hoping to get them on stream one night so that we can all ask them questions. But yes, they are working on it, and that is coming pretty soon. Pretty soon. They focused a lot on the newer players for a while, and it's going to start going back to the in-game players now, because there's a lot of new content out there for the new players, and there's still not a whole ton for us in-game players. So we're looking for that. Hey, what's up, Mope? How you doing, man? Yes, they plan on Chapter 7. They plan on keeping this going as long as we're willing to play it. Let's put it that way. I'm hoping that the Spider-Man Far From Home will start bringing in, through the multiverse or through some other means, some of the other symbiotes, some of the other offshot characters, and I'm hoping that they're just going to merge them. Obviously, you never know. Exactly, Star. Me too, man. We all need us guys at the top are like, come on, give us something. Trust me, though, I'm not alone in my ranting voices to the devs saying, come on, man, give us something. In fact, we probably overwhelm them on a daily basis with ideas and other stuff. Meh. That's alright, they deserve it. This is taking me off on all kinds of tangents. Pardon me. Here's your Deadpool. I want to see the. Oh, you know what? I also got a confirmation that we will, as much as we want it, and we are all wanting it, we will probably not see Scarlet Witch as she sits today as a 5-star or above, because she's still, her and Wolverine have been confirmed by them to say they're just too powerful. So, if we do see them, they will probably be a different version of those characters. Unfortunately. Apocalypse, I will pass that along, sir. So you 100% uncollected EQ and did a oh, how was the riff, man? Did you do the stable or the unstable? I'm thinking for what I want is probably all going to be unstable for me because I would rather get the higher reward. I know it's a risk, but personally, I would rather see some of those rewards than stable ones, just because I need them more. But I'm curious how they did. So you did the unstable? How was it? Is it rough? Easy? Nothing like Modak Labs where we had to change the buffs on them? They need to bring that back. That was always fun. One second here. Okay. You got a free fully formed 5-star? Or were you just that close that it gave you a 5-star? Yeah. And congrats on a 6-star Ronin. That's pretty awesome. So the riffs are okay, cool. So this is good. This is good. Give me that feedback so I can go back and tell them this is the things we like, this is the things we don't like. I mean, we have a Doctor Strange, but we're not going to get him probably anything. Oh. Yeah, that's what I was saying. We have a Doctor Strange. Are you talking about a movie version of the Doctor Strange? Nice! Congratulations, man. That's pretty awesome. That's really awesome, actually. Oh, where am I at now? So I need to go top side. Who's the boss of Abomination? So, okay, I get what you're saying now. You want an MCOC version of Doctor Strange. He wouldn't be much different, I think, than what they have today, unless they give him some different powers, like the Crimson Bands or something. But I think if you're looking for something like that, you'll have to wait for Doctor Strange 2 to come out, which should be, what, next year? I think. What have they? What have they made a 6-star Kamala Khan? I'm not entirely sure what you mean there. I know 6-star Kamala Khan is. You know what? We all had this whole thing, right? They're gonna bump Colossus up. They're not gonna do anything with the others. That's probably not entirely true. I think that we're still going to see some buffs on the other guys, kind of like we had the Gamora buff that nobody even realized was coming. We're gonna do something similar. We're in the end game now. As he sits there and just goes through 14,406,000. I think that Kamala Khan needed the buff. I think all the people that they said they need the buff. So if what they sent out is any kind of indication, that's kind of the order that they're going to be buffed up. Unfortunately, there's some that are left off that list that still need a buff. We'll see what they're doing with that. It's the Agent Venom, so he's going to shrug me off anyway. I want to see what and I asked this when we were doing the vote. How would you buff Kamala Khan? What would you do to make her better? You got Venom Duck about to awaken him and get wow. Heck yeah. That's all right. That's pretty awesome. So, is it just you did an uncollected run like I'm doing, and then you had enough to open the rift? Is that what happened, or did you go through the rifts all the way up through? Curious. Because as much as I hate them, I usually do all of them ground up. I guess I'm a glutton for punishment. You did them all the way up, ground up? Hey. I totally missed my block. Hey, Shadow, that was part of your answer there, man. That's how you get those shards to move up to the next tier. You just gotta do your riffs, ground up, keep going through them. That's the easiest way, and then just don't save them. Whatever you do, don't save your coral and turn them in for crystals. That is the absolute worst thing anybody ever did. Like, I still don't believe they even give that as an option. That shouldn't even be an option. Talk about the worst thing you could do. That's probably it. I haven't even been checking. These guys have global nodes? They do. Alright. Yeah, me too, man. I told you I tried so hard. I spent well more than I ever wanted to trying to get that thing, and I just got 4 stars. All I got. Although I did get him like, I don't know, enough. To rank 5 rank 6 times. No, the materials are not available in the game to do that. At least not yet. Although all that should hopefully be soon changing. Nah, Nah, Shadow. You know what? It comes and goes so easily in this game. It's RNG is insane. It's just insane. Yeah, unfortunately, they have not. Now, what they are talking about bringing in some more ways, or bringing in ways now instead of taking them away for getting the tier 5 class cat, so we can get to rank 3 on a bunch more, but that's still a ways away as far as I know. Let's see, Abomination. I'll just use Blade. He shouldn't proc that much. I know, right? Now it's a race to see who gets it done first. Oh, barely. I was trying to race him done. Look at that, 2017. Ah, well. It's 1 in 1,000. Oh, come on, I was holding a lot. So he's got some massive regeneration going on. How was that? Where's he getting that regen from? Oh, this is where I need to read the guys. See what he says. So, enhance poison, enhance fury, buff it. Aggressive, true strike, aggression, fury. So where was he? Is he getting it from my... He was getting it from my... Wait a minute. Shock. Yeah, but I'm trying to figure. It was because it was my power game was just kept going off and off and off, right? Yeah. All right. I would love to pull a 5-star Stark Spidey also. Yeah, we'll just end it. I would love to pull a 5-star Stark Spidey also. To dupe mine that I have waited for over a year now and haven't got it. One of these days. Who's our boss here? Yellow Jacket. It's gonna be right in the middle. Luke Cage. He got a good buff. Remember when him and Red Hulk's buffs came through? That was like our first time that they buffed older champions. Couldn't be more thrilled. And then I couldn't pull him for shit. I have not got a Tech Awakening gem. I tell you what, that has been the bane of my entirety. I have multiple everything else. I've had skill, I've had cosmic, I've had science, mystic. I'm still sitting on multiples of those. I have never pulled a Tech Awakening gem. All the techs that I have, I've just duped. And it's quite annoying. I mean, look at this. Look at this. I'll show you. Look at that. So I still am sitting on a skill. I'm still sitting on a science, and I'm still sitting on a mystic. Because everyone that I would use, I mean, there's a couple that I could use it on. Ronan really doesn't need it. I could use it on him. Night Thrasher doesn't. I mean, I already have enough, so. For science, I'm not going to use it on any of those guys. Yeah, it's been insanely unlucky. And Mystic, I've come really close to using it on Doc Voodoo, but then I'm like, oh, I want to wait to see what our next Mystic is. Maybe I want to use it for that instead. So I've been kind of holding off because I haven't really needed it. And my champs, you know, I've gotten plenty. I'll just flip there my 5 stars. No, Kevin is not like that at all. We may see something on the 4th of July. Maybe. That'd be, and then obviously Black Friday or Christmas time. That's the only time that I've seen them do any kind of, never a 6-star, and that would be only a 5-star. And even that wasn't a generic, it was a RNG. Yeah, so there's a lot of, like, I don't need to do any of those, so I don't. I'm just kind of waiting for the next big one. Just kind of waiting for the next big one. Yeah, that was out for Shadow. 4th of July, you're going to see some good ones, usually. And then Black Friday, Cyber Monday, you'll get some good offers. Other than that, though, Kabam won't do it. Kabam won't do it. Let's see if I can keep his rock shields down. Ooh, he's aggressive. Missed my block, sorry. Made a mistake. There we go. I have not seen a 6-star Awakening Gem. I have one duped 6-star, and that was Beast. Talk about my unluckiness. I duped 6-star Beast. Which, there's worse, there's certainly better. I certainly didn't want that to be my first 6-star dupe. Hell, it's hard as hell to get signature stones for 6 stars. Like, I've only done, what, 1 10-pack ever that I've seen? Unless I'm mistaken. Which, oh yeah, the OG Vision. He would be one that I would consider, except they want way too much for him. See, like I told you, I whale, but not all the time. That's one of those I was like, nah, I'm not going to pay $500 for OG Vision. And that's what they were asking for, basically. I have other things I could use that for. Ultron. Here's regular Ultron. Believe it or not, I actually love to use Blade against him. Because he's a villain, so I get the danger sense. I know it doesn't bleed, but Blade's damage output is so great anyway. Like, I used him for, what was it, Act 5's Ultron? A lot of people use Medusa. I didn't have a Medusa at the time. I actually used Blade on him. No, 10k units. So 3,100 is $100 for units. So think about that. That's at least 350 for just one 10k. If you want to dupe them, you have to do it again. I think they're going to save Galactus because Galactus is going to, I think, going to be the next big boss in the MCU. Unless I'm mistaken, he's going to be the next big boss. We're going to have a bunch of little bosses that lead up to him like they did Thanos, but it's not going to be like a Thanos. And I want to see Silver Surfer in this game as a playable character. That's what I want to see. I don't want to just watch him. I want to play Silver Surfer. Oh yeah, people farm it all the time. I did my share of farming units, man. Open up 1 million battleships at a time. That's always fun, by the way. 1 million battleships. I'm about to the last 2 bosses, aren't I? Like, I got this one, which will be Yellow Jacket, and then there's one more. Oh, Invisible Woman and Namor. I'm not gonna confirm or deny that. I wanna see it, but I don't know. I don't know. And I'm in the creative program. How did you not block that? Alright, what is this Yellow Jacket they have? Man, I've been going through those micro realms. Those Yellow Jackets are insane. So he's Particle Protector. Gives a chance to glance. At least it's not coming back on me. Double Determination. Stupefy. Power Alternator. Stun immunity. And all special attacks are unblockable. That's awesome. He sounds like a lot of fun. Oh, that's special. Oh, how did he get all his power back? Oh, I missed that. How did he get his power back? What did I miss? Redouble, isn't it? Power alternator. I don't get it. I don't get it. Somebody explain it. This is probably not a wise decision either. Ah, he clipped me. They should have Stan Lee as a character. Yes, they should have Stan Lee as a character, and I think he should be like unbeatable. That's what I think they should make him. Make him just the most unbeatable person, and then just let us have at it. Or maybe make him a boss that everybody can chip away at over just hundreds of tries. I don't know. It just sounds like fun. I agree with you though. Stan Lee should definitely be part of that. Oh man, I just don't even know what I've done here. Alright. Yeah, I saw that coming. What if at the end of Act 6 you kill the Collector and you get him as a character? Ooh. Do you want the Collector or do you want Grandmaster? I think a Grandmaster would be a better character to play. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I mean, I like the Collector and all, but I think Grandmaster would be more fun. They can do more stuff with them. And I think that... Ooh, I don't know. So much stuff there. Yeah, sorry about the pause, by the way. I think also, maybe at the end, you get a Stan Lee at the very end. And, or at least his picture, or some title, something. But you also can't forget about Jack Kirby, who also has passed on. I think maybe a mix of those two would be great. Because Kirby did just as much as Stan Lee did, as far as, you know, the comics themselves are concerned. I want to take a look and see where we're at. Yeah, I'm on my last two. So, Invisible Woman and Namor. I know there's a ton of videos on what to use against Invisible Woman. I don't know. And Namor. I don't know. We'll find out. I'll try my team first, see what I come up with. Gonna go Human Torch. That's true. And I think that's probably because Grandmaster has never had an actual character that you had to go against. I just think it'd be cool. I think Maestro would be great if we could get Maestro as a playable character at this point. That would be pretty awesome. This one. Like I would love to play Maestro. That was an example of some bad RNG. And bad blocking. Would you like to play Maestro? I mean... Yeah, absolutely. And I would like to see... do you want to see Professor Hulk? Do you want to see a Professor Hulk? I'm not particularly keen on that, I'd say. Like, that doesn't appeal to me. I love Professor Hulk in the comics. I don't think he would play well in the game. I think we're gonna see Secret Wars anyway. And I think that's what the old Russo brothers were talking about. They said they literally said we won't probably do another movie unless they do Secret Wars. And so the way they've kind of been setting things up from about mid Thanos on, it's kind of been getting ready for a Secret Wars. So they brought in the multiverse, right? Then they gathered all the characters that they need to do it. So they have all the X-Men now. They have the Fantastic Four. Like, they can certainly pull off a Secret Wars now. And that would be, like you said, man, that would be flipping amazing. I would love to see that. Yes. Yes, Adam Warlock to be honored to. Absolutely. They also, well, you know what? I don't know. I could be wrong, but I don't know if we will actually see Adam Warlock in Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Even though they teased him at the end, 2. I don't know if we'll see him in 3. I think we might see somebody like Nova. He may come in. Because, what, Gamora and Rocket were the ones that kind of ushered him in, right? And they've already talked about the fall of Xandar, so he should be the only one remaining. Mr. Fantastic. Nah, you're all good, man. Adam Warlock, by the way, is the Invisible Woman and Mr. Stretch, or Mr. Fantastic. So, Sue Storm is her name, and he is Reed Richards. So she's actually Sue Storm Richards, and is it Warlock? Nova better get a solo movie, man. That comic is awesome. I loved Nova. I like all of them. Some of them kind of stand out to me. That was one of them that stood out just because of how they brought him in. Of course, I don't know how they're going to bring him in this. Like in the comics, he was a boy, right? Took over his father's mantle from the Nova Guard, put on the helmet, got the outfit, saved the universe on his first outing. That was flipping fantastic. Talked to what? He talked to an elder at the time who was on the moon. Went to the moon, talked to the elder. The elder didn't say anything, just kind of pointed to him, gave him the vision of what was coming. He went, fought his dad's old friend / enemy. Yeah, it was fucking awesome. Saved the universe in his first outing. And then decided, yeah, maybe I need some training. Like, really? You go from there? That's insanely awesome. Flight, immortality, yes. All the above, man. He did. Hang on one second, let me get to your rocket. I love this special 3. He did all that as a baby. That's right. I remember in the comics his mom was crying because she knew what his dad was going to do. And knew that the day was coming that his dad wouldn't come back and he would end up taking over for him. Oh, Nick Fury. You know, I hate fighting Nick Fury most of the time. Up in the mouth. Sentry. I would like to see Sentry and Void because they come together. I would love to see them in a movie together. Got 1% left. I can't believe I died to that. And I bet you Archangel's who I need to beat Invisible Woman, isn't it? Alright, let's read over Invisible Woman's abilities. Well, first of all, she has Power Thief, miss, attacker misses a power. So she steals power when I miss, and I know she force fields me to miss. Force fields active as a woman, fights more defensively, and active she fights more aggressively. Heal block, long distance relationship. Close to a defender, attacker gains a weakness to buff every 3 seconds. Using attack by 10% permanently. Staying far away, causes a weakening effect to gradually fall off. And then Masochism. Every seconds next debuff triggered on this champion is immediately removed and regenerates 5% of their health. Now, what does she actually do? So, Invisible Woman turns invisible at the start of the fight, but is not paused. 60% chance to turn invisible whenever Invisible Woman is locked down. Whenever the opponent misses, the force field gains back 10% of its starting value. Is it confirmed there will be a solo Dr. Doom film? Has it really? I have not heard that. That is pretty awesome also. That is really awesome. I honestly had not heard that yet. That's very cool. Okay, so that's right. This moment is not stuck by text. 100% chance of perfect block 0. Especially this is 50. So she can do like Johnny Storm does and do the pre-flight thing. We'll start to fight with the force field. The force field is maximum strength. 2 skills boost. 90% of damage instead. So it's either get the force field down or try to fight through it, and it sounds like fighting through it would be terrible. Oh my gosh, there's so much here. That's insane, man. Let's try it with Void. See what happens. I like her outfit. She seems like she'd be annoying to fight, for sure. Like as a defender. Oh, there's where that came into play. So that hurt. Okay, I see. That was different. Hold on, I'll read that in just a second. Oh, man. That was me being totally distracted by trying to read and play. That was bad. I like her character somewhere there. So as big from there's a solo Doctor Doom film. Don't know who's directing it. It'd be like. I think they need to bring in some new blood too. So, like everybody wanted Tiki Watiti to do like everything after Thor Ragnarok, but like I wouldn't want anybody else but James Gunn doing Guardians of the Galaxy, which I think is why they paused and waited for everything to die down before they reinstated him back in. I don't know. Just kind of to me, that's the way it should be. Alright, so don't mess with her invisibility. Okay. So I'm just trying to figure it out, guys. Just trying to figure it out. I think I'm overthinking a lot of stuff. Yeah, see, I'm so used to trying to punish those. And I gotta not do that. I gotta not do that. So we'll do, because I haven't used him. Let's see how he does. I can give him some heals, right? Oh, speaking of heals, don't forget to do you guys as Halls of Healing and Halls of Fortune. I think today's healing, right? I spent all mine on variant, all my pots and stuff that I had saved up. Oh, I missed. That was all right though. I'm pretty sure you could easily do it with Archangel. Sorry about that. That should not have happened. I'm just kind of training myself not to go in also. So I tend to play more aggressively. There we go. Yeah, easily done with Archangel. Okay. So, just Namor next, right? Anyway, have you guys done this, right? I assume? Or at least you, Star, you probably got it done already, right? Now that we're done, we can talk about this. Hey, what's up, Admiral? How you doing, man? Appreciate you coming by, brother. And my path today is down the bottom. Dr. Doom is way sad. It is creepy. He is also one of the very all-time iconic villains who has done so much. In the fact that he's got he has actually defeated most of everybody else. And not only has he defeated most of everybody else, he has actually done like what Thanos has done. He has succeeded. Like his whole purpose, he's not a very diabolical villain. I guess that's the best way to put him. He is, in his own right, he is right and how things need to be in order for humanity to survive. So he does everything in his power, just like Thanos did, to balance what he needs to balance to maintain the power. It's very in-depth. He's a very in-depth villain. He's a very, very cool villain, too. Invisible Woman, she wasn't that bad. I just got through her. As long as I had Archangel, so I figured it out after the second try through, second run up. Now on to Namor. I bet it's going to be the same because ability reduction, accuracy reduction. I know he's going to get a ton of power. He's going to have a power gain out the wazoo, right? I'm doing pretty good on my run, though. Speaking of when to use Archangel. keep thinking that I'm in micro realms. So I use Archangel in micro realms a lot. And what you have to do is just parry heavy, parry heavy, parry heavy. You can't go in for an attack after you parry. So I'm used to it at this point because I've been doing that. I've been catching it all up. I did all that within a day. And so if you see me doing it, sorry, that's what I'm doing is I'm kind of trained to do it that way. Alliance War defense, people. Yes. Invisible Woman will be very annoying for Alliance War defense. I agree. So, I thought Namor would be the better Alliance War defender. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, that was some bad lag. So how about Namor. The Submariner. Pardon me. As I come up on him, what do I have to look forward to? Let's build my blade back up a little bit. I think I could get them both. That would be cool. We don't have too many of those. I can think of a handful. Hype is good at both. Morning Star is good at both. Domino. Medusa. Usually they're like one or the other. You gotta take them all with a grain of salt though, because obviously the buffs that they're on, the nodes they're on, are gonna give them specific buffs to make them ungodly like they are in here.